was breaking off her back. I said, hello? What is going on here? Hey y'all, what is up? It's your girl Curly Frizzly. Curly Frizzly, period. You already know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. I know in the previous video there was an issue with commenting, but hopefully that's fixed. I try to fix it up and stuff, so hopefully this time when I do this video you guys will be able to comment. But don't forget to share, like, tell a friend, tell your man, tell your girl, tell your mother, tell your grandfather, period. So yeah, in this video I did my makeup for you guys. I put some gems on it, but I went to go eat so they came off. But yeah, this is the look I did. You know, like I told you guys, I'm working on my makeup and I really want to see the growth through my YouTube. Like in a year from now, I just want to see the different looks I've done and the growth that I've been doing. So this is one of them. I really like this one. I don't have much of a steady hand when it comes to like eyeliner, so I'm really trying to work on it. I have my lashes on. That's one thing I learned to do this past summer during quarantine also, so I'm so excited. And my other thing right now is I want to learn how to draw on my face. Like, that's one thing I really want to learn how to do. So bear with me, guys. Definitely see the progress, definitely see the growth, and period. But this video I'm gonna talk about a review on the movie Cuties. It was a movie on Netflix that they put out, and there was a whole bunch of controversy on it. And yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today. One day I was home and I just came out of class, you know, online learning, a mess, but I was like, you know, I need a little break, let me just watch something. So I've been watching a lot of shows, so I'm like, you know, I just want to watch a movie today. So I was scrolling on Netflix, like let me see what they got going on. So I came across a few movies and not really feeling it. So I came across Cuties. So I was just okay. I looked at it, I read it. It pretty much is just like some girl from a traditional household wants to join some dance team. So I was like, okay. And then, you know, when you click on the show or movie and it has like a little trailer going on, that's what happens. When I seen it, it looked something crazy. I was like, you know, okay, let me just watch this. So I'm watching it at first. It was a girl. Spoiler alert, I'm just gonna tell you brief about it. So if you haven't watched it, then you're gonna have to get it spoiled, periods. But me and this period where it needs to go. But yeah, so overall it was about a girl. She's black, I want to say African. I got the African vibe. She's Muslim, I believe. And she has I think she had two younger brothers. She lived with her mother. Her father was, I mean, I guess it's in the, I don't know if it's a traditional or a cultural thing, but he was about to get married to have a second wife. So she was already going through it, because she heard her mom she heard her mother talking about it to her, I think it was her grandmother or her aunt, one of them. And the mother was so sad, and the mother didn't know that the girl heard her. So there was that, but you know, she's more of a girl, was quiet, more of an outcast. When she went to school, she was more chilling to herself. But then one day, she saw the group of girls and how they were, you know, shorts, crop top. They were more out there, like, you know, doing their thing. They dance, whatever. Like, everyone wanted, you know, the popular group. Everyone wanted to be with them, wanted to be their friend, whatever. So she used to start watching them, and one of the girls lives in her building. So eventually, fast forward, they befriend her. It took a good minute, but because she saw the girl in that lived in her building, the girl befriended her. She was nice, like she liked her, and then she kind of came to the group. So okay, and like, all right. But then she started learning their dance moves and stuff. You know, they all started hanging out, they started learning dance moves. But on the side, they didn't know she was learning it. So when there was a situation with one of the girls in the dance team, and they needed I think it was like they needed a fourth person for the dance competition. She was like, I could do it because I know the moves. So she did the moves. I'm like, okay. But then after they made her join, she started showing them some next moves. I don't know where this little girl learned these moves, but this girl was breaking off her back. I said, hello? What is going on here? So I'm like, what is going on here, boo boo? Like, a lot. Like, this escalated. Because when I first started watching a movie, I was telling and I saw that, so I sent it to my friend. So I'm like, yo, like, I'm watching this movie, and these girls doing some dance moves. I'm just like, whoa. Because I know if it's my mother, and she see me doing that, please. So my friend was like, oh, you watching the Cuties movie? And I was like, oh yeah, it's called that. She was like, oh, I heard a whole bunch of things, like a whole bunch of controversy. So I didn't even know, like, watching this movie, I didn't know there was all this going on. And at that time, I wasn't really on social media. Like, I haven't really been on it. So I'm like, okay. So she was like, yeah, they're saying, like, how I was very, over-sexualizing the girls, and, they're young and stuff. So I'm like, well, where I started, when I was like in the middle. Like, I didn't get all the way deep in it. I just got to the point where they was dancing when she just joined. So I was like, well, I don't think it's that deep at the end of the day, because they're young kids go through these things. But then it's not until I started continue watching him, and I was just like, whoa. I mean, she had like shorts and a crop top, but then the shorts started to become poom shorts, and then the crop tops got shorter and shorter. Yeah, and then it became very sexualizing for the girls. And then, it got to a point where she did send like I think it was like a nude, or posted something of her naked. And they bring up a condom scene, but nothing like crazy, but that scene was brought up. And, they just did a lot. They just showed a lot, and after the movie ended, I was kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I said, whoa. But at the same time, I was kind of just like, wow. So when I talked to my friend, I was like, I totally understand what you're saying, like what they're saying now, because I do feel like this movie was intense. It was a lot to take in at one time. That's number one. Number two is, I was like, well, at the same time, my point of view was, at the same time, we all go through these things, But when I really thought about it, I was like, well, I'm watching it, and I'm watching it as a normal human being, and it's just like, oh, okay, like, things happen. But some people are watching it, and there's some crazy people out here. You don't know what's going through their heads, especially with the girls being so young. They were about, 11 years old, 11, 12 years old, I think. So I totally understand where the whole controversy was of these girls are young. I feel that maybe they did at 16 or even 18-year-olds, because at that age you're going to college, and a lot of things, you change, you're growing, you learn new things, you're trying new things. So I feel like if there was at least 16, 18, then it would be a bit different, and the message could have came across a little bit better. But when you use young girls at the age that they were, and they look so young too, they didn't even look too much. Some of them didn't even look 11, some of them look younger than that. But when you young girls, it's kind of just like, whoa, like, it's too much at one time. Like, a lot's going on. So that's the movie overall. But from my point of view of it, I think that the message that they was trying to put out was good. But I do feel that somewhere along the lines of the message, the movie, the way it was put out, something along those lines, something went wrong, because at the end of the day, after watching the movie, I thought about it. I was like, I remember in junior high school, these things happen. Even in high school, there's always a popular group. People want to be a part of them. You wear certain things, you change up your style. Even if it's not even like how they have their style, maybe just in general, people go through phases. We're young, we're adolescents. That's life. And you change up things, especially when you come from a traditional home or like a very strict home. It's harder to really be yourself or do certain things. So when you're at school, it's kind of like that's your only freedom to finally change up and switch your clothes at school and do all these things, which she was pretty much doing as well. But so I totally understand, like, those things happen in real life, period. Like, it does. We all go through those things. Adolescents, we're kids, But like I said, I just feel like the age wise was too much. The one thing I did like was that they didn't put too much, even though like the dance moves was like over sexualizing, it wasn't too much of like sex in it. Like they weren't having sex, which I think was definitely good, because then Netflix would have had even more of an issue. But yeah, and I think that I feel that with that movie also, it kind of just shows how girls are very over sexualized. You know, when we're young, we're taught we're taught how to be. You know, we're taught that for boys to like you have to look this way. You have to have this on, wearing this, look like this. Your hair gotta be this way, that way, this, etc. You know, you want those boys' attention. You know, but at the same, that's what we're taught. And when you look at people, girls older than us, you see those images too of I want to be like that. You have to have this, nails done, hair done, lashes done, this done, that done, everything did, and look a certain way. And if you don't look that certain way, then you're not fitting the part, you know. So from a young age, it's kind of just like wow, like you're really already trying to fix your stuff at the age of 10, 11, trying to be some person that you don't even know who you are at that age. You just learning, you know. So you're just kind of like trying to switch, and society tells us to be all these things, but come on, you know, we're young. Even now, at the big age I am, 21, same thing, but you just kind of gotta, you kind of just gotta be like whatever. Like you know who you are, you know what you like. If for me, I know the person that I am and what I like, what I don't like. I am changing every day. But there's certain images that I know it's not me. And if it ain't me, then I'm not going to do it, you know? But when you're young, you don't think that way. You don't think rationally. And even now at this big age, some people don't. People go through things at the end, you know? At the end of the day, people go through things. So I also think that to show how women and girls are over sexualized in general. When the age of 10, 11 years old, you always hear, oh, your uncle, your grandfather, your this, your dad, your brother's coming over, oh, to change some shorts, go put on some clothes, go do this. In most families, that's what happened. The girl gotta change when she's 7 years old, never know what sex is. But the grown men that's coming in the house, who are you bringing in your house that a 7-year-old girl has to go change? But no one thinks about it that way, you know? In my house, when I have my family, that ain't happening, period. If my child is 7 years old, she's wearing whatever the hell she wants to wear. Same thing with my son. And if there's an issue that you have to change because of some guy that's coming in the house, then the guy's not coming in the house, period. Hello? Like, to me, that's just common sense. Why must my 7-year-old child change because the grandfather, uncle, best friend, brother, son, whoever is coming over? What type of men you got in your house that they gotta change? So I think that from young, you know, they over sexualize us, which is sad and disgusting, to be honest. But that's just the world we live in. And yes, I think that was kind of like the point of view that they was trying to make. Like, from young, we're over sexualized. From young, we're trying to fit in. We're trying to switch up, do all these things, which does happen. But to put it in a movie where we're certain girls at a certain age is kind of just too much. Too much. So I think that's where they did. Where they went wrong. They should have got older girls, at least legal. And yeah, so because there wasn't much sex anyway, so I feel like even at that age, that would have been more appropriate for an 18-year-old. Period. But overall, that's the movie. That's how I feel. I just feel like the message that they had was very strong, but the way they put it was very bad, and it definitely is an issue. That movie was a lot was happening. Like I said, you don't know who's watching it, so you don't know what's going through people's minds. There are some psychopaths that live in this world with some psychotic behavior. I'm a psychology major, as you can tell. These people are crazy out there, so you don't know what's gonna go across whoever's mind. So I feel like it definitely should be taken down as well. But yeah, thank you guys for joining in. I'm definitely gonna do more reviews on like movies and shows and stuff because I do watch them. I do enjoy it. But yeah, thank you guys for joining in. Let me know what you think about my look, my makeup. Like I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling the vibes. The vibes. Period. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and yeah, thank you all for joining.